Welcome into Brigham City, Utah, in the Tournament of Champions, a Tier 1 USAPA sanctioned tournament. We've got the gold medal match in the senior mixed doubles. Coming up for you, Lisa Naumu and Scott Moore taking on Kris Anderson and Kevin Booth. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dean Stewart, and please be joined by Brian Staub and by Alex Hamner. We've got a fantastic doubles gold medal match coming up here today.
So fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. First, I'm excited about being able to work with you again. You know,
right?
It's been, what, 3 years?
Yeah, a couple years. I know.
That's a good deal. Yeah, I think we're going to see a great match. You've got probably what I consider two of the best, if not the best, men's doubles players. They're both very active. They both play in the middle of the court. They both play offensive. So what you're going to see is two women that are extremely athletic and have the ability to hit the ball hard and keep the ball down, and two men that are going to try to take as much court as they can. And the winner's going to be the woman that can fend off the other guy, and the man that plays the most offensive from the center of the court. We
were talking about this match beforehand, and Naumu and Anderson definitely familiar with each other, Alex.
That's right, because they are doubles partners for this tournament. They played in the finals of the Women's Senior Open yesterday. They do have a little bit different styles from each other as Kris Anderson gets ready to serve, in that Lisa does like the dink in the soft game more than Kris. Not that she can't bring it, she just doesn't do it as often.
Underway here, 0-0-2. Anderson and Booth starting, and we get a quick side out.
And so we're looking right away. A good deep return. Scott steps in the middle of the court and puts the first ball away. Yeah, that's going to be the whole. And Kevin's equally talented, ability to keep control the match from the center of the court. So again, let's see what Kevin hits the ball probably 3 feet in the other side of the line, holds it long enough to hold the person down the line, rolls it down the middle. Great hands, and that shot is a difficult shot.
Second service here for Moore and Naumu. As that one ruled wide.
That was wide.
So our first point of the match for Naumu Moore.
I think something we'll find is that Lisa Naumu doesn't get a lot of opportunity to hit anything hard, because if it's high enough to hit hard, Scott's going to move in and take it.
And so I've seen these folks play before, and interestingly enough, Kris Anderson, the ball she just hit down the line past Scott Moore, she's one of the very few women that can hit it that hard past him, and she'll do that on a regular basis.
And it's a great play.
Absolutely. He'll step into the middle and try to take as much, but you know what? She's not intimidated by it. She will absolutely hit the ball down the line.
That one's soft in the net, just a little short from getting over. Second service now for Kevin Booth. Into the net and the side out.
Kind of an uncharacteristic error there out of Kris Anderson to hit a forehand ground stroke in the middle of the net.
I was thinking the same thing. I mean, as she gets warmed up, she's going to start cranking that ball. And she rolls it. She has the ability to turn the ball, to spin the ball. And so she's very effective with her power.
She hits very few out.
So she takes a ball which maybe looks routine from the viewer's point. It's not. You know, it's below waist back, and she's cranking it. She's hitting in the middle, which causes a reaction volley. And then Kevin's looking for that ball because he's going to step in the middle when it happens.
Well, it was almost like it came up on Naumu so quickly, she couldn't do anything with it.
Right.
And even though Kris probably only hit it 80% power or something, but she
kept
had
it low.
a lot of spin and a lot of rolls.
She kept it low, and she knows too. Lisa knows that if she gets the ball up, Kevin's going to be in the middle of the court.
Right.
He's going to take that ball, so she's got to be very precise with it.
Move to second serve here is Booth and Moore. Have a little laugh after that one.
I don't think Moore even knew where the ball went. He made no effort to go get it.
I don't think anybody knew where the ball went. Okay.
Keeping the back player back, always a smart plan.
So we'll see how each team plays it. If they play women directly in front of each other, or whether they go cross-court to cross-court. Some women like to dink. And by the way, the women are going to hit most of the balls. You know that. You live in that world.
Way more.
They're going to. And so whether that woman likes to dink cross-court or whether likes to go down the line, you're going to see that these teams are going to set up. And they're going to stack to set up the one that's advantageous to them.
That one just...
And here's what's going to happen. When the men are hitting balls, it's going to be mostly because they went and took the woman's ball. The ball was hit to the woman. True. But he's stepping in there to take it, because otherwise he'll never play.
The match is going to be won or lost in the middle of the court, or even a foot on the other side towards the woman's side. There's no doubt about it.
That was a great block.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great job. Setting it up.
And it turned out to be key.
Yeah, so when you look at the strategies, Naumu and Moore are going to look to try to get the ball down, try to hit a ball without pace, making Lisa hit the ball up. Lisa and Kevin are going to try to drive balls. They're going to try to hit short reaction balls, put it on them, and then Kevin's going to step in the middle. So each one has a different strategy here.
2-0 to our score here. That went into the net, and now 3-0 for Naumu and Moore.
And we talked about the man stepping in the middle of the court. It's also going to be the woman that can neutralize the other man that's going to dictate what happens in this match.
That's right. Yeah, if she can get behind him.
Well, if she goes, that's correct. When you, for the people out there, goes behind him, meaning hitting behind him. Well, he's leaning in the middle, and they're going down the line.
Right, and so it's usually hit to his backhand.
Correct.
Nice pickup.
That one was wide. Boy, that was a great job by Booth. I thought that was a really tough hit back.
He's got phenomenal hands.
Okay, you were shaking. I was like, oh, maybe not.
No. He listen, make no mistake. He's got phenomenal hands, and he has the ability to take a ball in the middle without pace and put pace on it with a roll to play offense. He's a very deceptive player. He was a squash guy. Interesting enough, Kevin's my partner tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I can't say anything bad about him. He's a great player.
Well, I was gonna say now we got a biased Booth.
Yeah.
I will say this, something that Scott Moore has that Kevin doesn't, even though they're both very phenomenal players, is Scott just has a much longer stretch.
Yeah.
His reach, and so he can reach more with moving less.
So like that.
Like that.
Like that. Well, by the way, folks, it's one thing to be long. It's another thing to take that ball and put the ball away like he did. That's not an easy ball.
Not easy at all.
So Scott knows, I call him Scott. My analogy of Scott Moore is he's like a bull in a china factory. That's exactly how he plays this game, and he's done it for years, and he's a fan.
Successfully.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Nobody can debate that. So again, the ball's going up to Kris. Kris is not going back at the female. She's going down the line at Scott Moore. Every match I've ever seen these plays, Kris is hitting balls hard at Scott Moore, which he doesn't see a lot of that.
Right. And it's keeping him more on his side.
Absolutely.
Which is what they want to do.
Because she's going down the line again.
Hey, if you're watching on Facebook, go ahead and share this site, share it publicly. Let's get a bunch of people watching this great Senior Open mixed doubles match at Tournament of Champions.
How about the jump for Naumu and Moore? 5-0-2 in game number 1 here. Is that one wide and a side out?
Yep. Yeah, it'll go in streaks. It'll go in ebbs and valleys and things like that, the match will, but you're going to see that I can assure you, well, I think Kris and Kevin have probably won most of the matches in the finals, in the last couple of years, so I think they're probably the favorite. Coming out of winner's bracket, they would obviously be the favorite just for sheer nothing more than score, but believe me, when it's all said and done, they'll be in the match. Nice ball.
They certainly have sat for a little longer being in the winner's side.
Yeah, absolutely. There's Kevin. That's a ball I was talking about right there. Mid-court ball, he just rolls it. So as you're watching this match, the game is changing. I'm talking about this with my son all the time. And it used to be a very slow, deliberate game, and now the folks have figured out how to speed the game up. And so when you start looking at third balls, people are trying to take pace off the ball so that they can get through no man's land. But it's gotten a lot more difficult because people are rolling balls. They're hitting rolling, spinning balls that are at your feet that you have to react, and you have to hit another no-pace ball. But you have to play it that way because if you try playing hard, a guy like Moore is going to run it down your throat.
Just had a fault forcing that side out, coming back over with Moore and Naumu.
I was so enthralled with Brian's talking. I didn't really... did they serve out of position, or did he serve early?
He raised his arm, so I'm guessing he served early, didn't give him time for a clear?
Before the score was set.
Yeah,
you got to wait for this.
Okay.
The whole score, all 3 numbers need to be called before you can start your service motion.
So interesting enough, Lisa and Kris are straight on in front of everybody. Let's see if they continue to set that up.
Scott and Lisa, who are getting ready to serve here, they had played a few points with Scott on the right side of the court, which is very unusual for Scott Moore.
Yep.
He always wants to be on the left so he can take over the middle with his forehand.
But for me, when I get a female, I want her to be the one to be comfortable. Meaning, I want her to. That's what dictates for me which side I play on is which side she wants to play on.
Right.
Does she want to be straight on with a woman, or does she want to go cross court with a woman, depending on her strengths?
Right. Or does she just want to be on one side?
Right.
Got a timeout. 7-1-2, I believe, was the score called out, and it is Naumu and Moore with the Big lead in this first game on Anderson and Booth.
Awesome.
We've seen a very competitive first game despite the score. I mean, it feels like the action's been very
And
competitive.
there's been a lot of side outs.
Yep.
Yeah. What is something that Anderson and Booth can focus on to try to get back in this first game?
You know, I really, and this gets said all the time, of course, but it's just the unforced errors. Kris has had several high-ish backhands that, you know, I guess she's just being caught off guard a little bit, but she's dumped them into the bottom of the net.
Agreed. Here's how I see it. Neither Kris nor Kevin have played up to their potential as of yet.
Right.
But here's the thing. Scott Moore has done a better job of controlling the middle of the court than Kevin has. Now, you'd say Scott's long, and that's going to happen, but I'm telling you, it's not necessarily indicative of what's going to happen in this match, because Kevin has the ability to control the middle of this match. I think Lisa's done a much better job neutralizing Kevin, you know, at this point.
Right.
But you say how they're going to get in it. Kevin Booth has to get in the middle of the court. He's got to
start taking more balls.
Absolutely. He's got to start controlling what's going on in this match.
Yeah.
You've talked about Scott and his ability to come into that middle. And so how important is it for Kris to find success trying to keep him true along that line? Because you mentioned she's trying to keep him over, but he's been able to defend that every time.
As Alex has said, she's missed some balls, but I'm telling you, it's not going to happen forever. She's going to hit some balls hard, and they're going to go. Now,
There's Kevin stepping in a little more.
Yeah, so they're going to try to keep it in that little square over there. And there's Kevin again.
I also think Kris could maybe try to make Lisa hit some more balls instead of going to Scott so much.
Yeah. Lisa's doing a great job.
She has great hands, and she's so good at just blocking the ball and bumping it back over.
If you don't get Scott Moore out of the middle of this court, this match is going to be a quick match. I'm telling you, that's the nature of the beast.
I know that because
he's a beast in the middle.
That's who knocked me out of the tournament. Was basically myself hitting way too many balls to the middle of the court, where Scott Moore was there to.
You know, you say that, you hitting balls, but you and I both know that's depending on what's been hit to you and where you're standing and how much pace. You know, once he hits that first ball hard, then it's very difficult to change the flow
direction
of that point.
Right.
It really is. And quite frankly, the woman's the one that feels it because she's seeing most of the balls, without a doubt.
9-1-2.
Wow.
Well, there Kris didn't come in, and she let that first one bounce, which surprised me. I thought she could have very easily taken it out of the air, but she made the conscious effort, let it bounce, and I'm going to stroke at it.
Sure. Well, what's Kevin? Maybe got one winner, maybe? You know, what's Moore got? Like 7, 8?
Right.
You know, again, Kevin's a great player, and he's going to be fine, but right now it's Moore taking over.
Well, and what they've done just now is they put Kris on the left-hand side.
Okay.
And that helped. She was head on.
Guess what? The women are cross court now. That's exactly what we just talked about.
Right.
Now they've decided they're going to switch it up.
Right. Okay, but they put Kris on the left.
That's right.
She's straight on with Lisa, and they won the point.
So, but look at the dynamics of it. Now the women are cross court. If they're cross court to each other, Scott Moore's in the middle, so she's going to have to go cross court by Scott. See, every one of these balls have got to go by Scott because they're going cross court. Boom.
Right, and that's why they're down 10-1.
Well, it's been an impressive first game for Moore and Naumu.
It has been.
And you mentioned a couple of mishits by Anderson and Booth, but Moore and Naumu have taken advantage of those.
Oh, absolutely. No, it's really not a question of who's playing bad. It's who's playing good.
That was in.
That's Kevin.
That's a great hit.
Wow.
Oh, he holds it so long. It's because he hit it a foot off the ground, 6 inches off the ground, and rolls it, and it's still going in. It's still getting
so
past
much topspin.
Yeah, and he's still getting it past both. He's getting it past both people with topspin. There's Kevin.
There we go.
So that's really the first ball Kevin's hit hard in that middle that I can remember.
And I'm coming back to Kris was on the left side of the court.
Yeah.
And they got the point.
Yeah.
When I was going to say those are probably the two best points. I mean, I don't know if that's the right term, but I mean, that's a quick side out from Moore and Naumu.
The two best points out of Kevin.
Yep.
Yeah,
because he has been fairly neutralized, so.
Well, if I'm Scott Moore, I want the women going cross court, because now they got to come by me. Because you've seen matches where women go down the line and the men do nothing. They're actually completely out of the point, and the women are doing everything.
Exactly.
I mean, they're straight on with each other, and they're just with a man sitting there can't do a thing. So.
And that's what Kris and Kevin need to be doing right now. Now we'll see if she switches. I saw her give a signal. Yep.
Yeah, they're switching. Yeah, because they want to be cross court.
A little bit of a battle there.
Yep.
Nice job there by Naumu, and then you could tell she got a little out of position with the paddle and tried to save it, couldn't do it.
Well, once it hits the net, the momentum of everything changes a little bit.
It's the Mo. or lack of mo. Nice ball.
10-1-2. Still game point.
Oh, nice try. And Scott Moore does not have many weaknesses, but I would say his backhand is the biggest, and not all of them, but his backhand dink. When you can get it down his line like that, I think that will be your best chance if you're actually going to hit to him.
Which means that Kris is going to have to go behind him, which is what we're talking about. She's going to have to go down the line to keep him honest.
Correct.
Nope.
That'll go way out.
Yep. Didn't get a roll on it.
Side out, and another game point here for Moore and Naumu.
Great point.
Right at the feet.
Great point.
That's what she did so well. The previous ones, she kind of went just straight back at her.
Yep.
You get that angle down, get it to their feet, and everyone's going to struggle.
Yeah. Good depth on the return.
Bit of a questionable decision there, I think, out of Scott Moore to hit that. All right, it's never over in pickleball.
No.
They can come back.
Nope. Lack of pay. Again, great. Kris, great. Working through no man's land for you folks out there, you got to take pace off. As soon as you hit it hard, they're standing at the kitchen. It's going to come back just twice as fast. You got to take pace off. Scott's missed 2 forehands like that.
How about a little run here from Anderson and Booth? You mentioned it's never over.
No,
back-to-back points. And
that's right.
You feel like for the last 5 minutes, they've started to settle into this match a little bit.
That was out.
Yeah.
There's another point.
Smart timeout. Scott and Lisa called timeout. Obviously, momentum was moving so fast that they just had to say, let's just do a reset and slow it down a little bit.
Boy, fun first game here in this senior mixed doubles gold medal match. Dane Stewart, Brian Staub, and Alex Hamner. And what has been a fun week of pickleball up here in Brigham City, Utah, the Tournament of Champions, with talent from all over the world coming in. And always fun to come up here. If you're in the area, come enjoy some pickleball this weekend. Going to be going on the rest of the week.
Yeah, hey, by the way, there's a fair and a rodeo an hour up the road.
Yeehaw!
So we've been 2 nights in a row now.
Oh, good for you guys.
So I had to get Matt in there last night. Matt's going, "No, Dad, I don't want to go to the rodeo." Yeah. No, Matt, look, give me an hour of your time. That's about what I get anyway.
Okay.
Give me an hour of your time. We'll go to the rodeo. So by the time we went through rodeo, we saw pigs and chickens and cows, and I mean, it was just flipping. It was flipping. He walked out. He was amazed. Dad, that's a great call. So if you're in this area, in addition to watching the pickleball, you got to go to the fair, and they also have a rodeo overnight.
That's a great way to cap it off.
Absolutely.
Well, and tonight, just a little, to let you know, there's going to be a fantastic high school football game about a half mile south of here. Yeah. Bear River, Box Elder, big-time rivals.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Are they? What's their record? They're just starting, or what's the?
Yeah, I think 1-0 and 0-1.
Nice.
Oh, that timeout proved to be very good. They just got the side out.
Good call, Alex. We're talking about high school football, and you're actually getting what needs to be talked about in the match.
Although I did make a mistake. It wasn't side out. It's second server. Okay. But even so, I think people are here for the pickleball talk.
God, you can't.
Well, we were in a timeout. So
that's right.
Oh,
he hit the balls out.
Oh,
that one
shoot.
So in the past matches, I've seen Kris Anderson much more comfortable and much more effective hitting down Scott's line. Scott's almost like he's staying home, and he's doing a good job of hitting that ball. So now it's Kris and Scott going face to face, and Scott's balanced. That's a great ball.
There it is, game number one.
Great match.
Going to Naumu and Moore. They had a big lead, able to keep off Anderson and Booth, and they take game one 11-4.
Wow. That was
Remember,
a good match.
Hit the share button. Let's get more viewers.
That's right. Hey, I was talking with Brian before the match. He said, hey, this is going to be a really, really good game. And I think that first game score not really indicative of what we saw on the court.
Yeah.
I agree.
And certainly, game number 2 and potentially 3 live up
and
for
potentially the game to 15.
Right.
Can I go ahead and put my Alex on a little pressure on her?
Yeah.
All right,
All
right, let's hear a prediction on what's going to happen this set. Ooh, she's gotten quiet.
Yeah.
I didn't slip her Mickey and tell her what I was going to tell her either. What do you think? Is it going to be 2 straight sets?
I think that yes.
Really?
Moore is going to win it in 2.
No kidding. Okay, so you ready for my prediction?
And then what do you think's
They're,
going to happen?
they're splitting.
Right now they're splitting.
They're going to split.
Okay, who's going to win the whole thing? Who's going to win the 2 out of 3?
If they split, once Booth and Lisa get rolling, it's going to be a whole different scenario. If they get rolling, so golly, it's
If
tough.
was the key word.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
that's
no,
where
I
I'm
know.
coming
See,
from.
he-
I don't
he
know
was-
if they will.
he was
because
saying he's like,
Hey, why'd you put pressure on me like that?
Scott-
Yeah, why don't you give me Mickey? Tell me that question's coming. Huh? Oh, we got questions. I can't read them with my glasses.
hit that share button, says Alex.
Oh.
Pickleball obsession.
Oh, nice. Yay, Pickleball Obsession. Enjoying our commentary. Thank
Nice.
you very much.
Nice. Yeah.
He probably likes the rodeo talk.
Oh, listen. It is awesome. These people. I'm sorry. Let's talk about the rodeo again.
Okay, but no, let's talk about the hot springs.
Okay.
Have you been there?
I have.
What do you think of
Last
that?
year.
Yeah. If you like hot springs, it's a good spot to go.
That was worded well.
Oh, goodness. Hey, I'll have you know, we still never heard Brian's final prediction.
Yes.
Yeah.
He kind of like started and then if and
All right,
like.
are you ready? So listen. This is a big prediction because I'm going out on the limb as far as I can go. All right.
Okay.
Booth and Chris Anderson win in 3.
Winning
right.
3. Wow.
Yeah. See, hey, listen. Listen, that's not an easy decision. I get it. Maybe not. Now I'm a little nervous.
I'm just glad you guys aren't asking for my opinion because you're the pros. And I'd be like, oh, I don't know.
That's why I'm sitting. That's why I'm the pro. That's why I'm actually calling this match and not playing.
Exactly.
Wait a minute though. You said you lost to who today? You lost to
More.
Who else did you guys lose to?
Oh, I don't know. Some matches should have lost. Some guy named Brian Staub.
No.
He wouldn't shut up on court,
we
just
had
like he won't on the microphone.
It was epic though.
We had a great
yeah,
match.
we did.
Yeah, we went 3.
It was 3. It was 11-7, and that last point was like 65 balls, and Alex and I were the 2 playing. Nobody else was playing. Hey, Lisa and Scott have done a really nice job neutralizing Kevin, and that's not against Kevin, because I can tell you, the guy can get in the middle. They just
Lisa's made
yes,
any unforced errors? Very few.
and everything's down.
Yep.
So you look at a match like this and you go, okay, a guy's taking over. If you're a woman, you're a great woman player out there, and a guy's taking over it. And what tends to happen is they want to hit it harder, and guess what? It doesn't get down, and the man can still poach and do what he wants to do.
Right.
So that's where that pace comes off that ball, and it starts dropping, and then the man can't hurt you. Then they can certainly get back into the
And
court.
that's where the top spin
Or underspin.
or underspin. If you're not going to hit underspin from the back and be very successful. Probably you got to be able to hit a little more topspin.
I think Lisa's done a good job of getting the ball down,
Correct.
and made,
Right. Oh, it looks like we might have a cracked ball.
Yeah, so he
Have
thought
not
he felt
had
a soft spot.
a lot of those in this tournament because it's hot.
Yeah.
So the balls have been staying pretty good.
This is a beautiful place, by the way.
It is,
you
huh?
live right up the road, or where you live?
Yeah, like 70 miles up the road,
70
but
miles, man.
not too bad.
Yeah, that's good. It's a pretty place.
It is. It's been a very green year, and I know you're looking at the mountains, you're like, this is green? It's like, yeah, actually,
This
it
is,
Had a very wet winter, wet spring.
Yeah. Florida has been just horrendous this year. We've had rain every day, and it's just been hot and humid, and I guess people out there are going, well, guess what, dude? You live in Florida.
Well, we have been
expect?
here before when there was still snow on a couple of the far mountain peaks.
That's cool. Nice job.
First point of the game right there
Wow.
for Naumu and Moore. Very similar to game number 1. A lot of side outs. So
Right.
it's tough to come by points early on.
Nice ball.
Oh,
That's a
way
great
to
shot.
keep that in.
Yeah, it's a great shot, but oh my, how tough is that ball to hit? Because she knows Scott's looming large up there,
Right, but Scott thought it was going out,
Right.
and it probably would have. But there's a decent
That's a good
breeze.
call. Yeah, there's a breeze in her face, isn't it?
Right, and so Kris is hitting into the wind, so she can hit a little harder and
Wow.
even a little higher because it's going to look out
Sure.
initially.
This is not your first rodeo, is it?
You always have to bring the rodeo back, don't you?
Good
You'd
call.
think you'd never been to a rodeo, Mr. Florida.
So what you're saying is the wind is blowing in Chris's face,
Correct.
right? Allowing her to hit the ball a little harder and keep it in the court.
Right.
But I think that's the first time she's beaten Scott on that sideline.
Right. Tell you what.
Did we see how far over Scott went to hit that ball?
And he hit a great ball in the middle. So that might be one of her first errors.
Lisa's starting to feel a little pressure. I think.
She's going to.
Well, of course she is.
She's going to. And you know what? How many balls can they make Lisa hit? You know, I can tell you, Naumu and Moore have done a great job making Kris Anderson hit balls.
Right.
Booth has not had a lot of success getting in the middle of the court.
That was the same ball that Scott hit. The one before actually went through Kevin and Kris and got the point that way.
Right.
This time Kevin and Kris did a little better because they were there. It hit one of them. We'll see if next time they actually return it.
Oh wow!
That one just in.
Wow, great ball.
I can't blame the wind for that.
Yeah, and Kris has not had the ability to hit through him either. That's been the other thing where we've seen matches.
Very unusual.
Absolutely, I was going to say we've seen matches where she's hit through people. I don't care if guy girl doesn't matter. She's hit through them, and she's had a tough time getting it through them.
Scott tried to come over, couldn't get that up and over.
Kris did a great job keeping it wide. The angle in it got so low,
and
Scott
it got
couldn't
down.
do anything.
Yep, got down. Got a little roll on it, got it down. Because if that ball's up, he's hitting that ball.
You're eating it.
He's or you're going to eat the next one or the one after that. He's going to continue to be offensive.
You're going to eat a ball soon.
Absolutely.
Nice return, nice and deep to the corner.
God, that's a great ball by Kris. Look at Kevin.
Yeah, and it allowed Kevin to jump in on the response.
The way she's got the ability to do it. She's very fine with how she rolls that ball, and she's hitting it with pace. So if she continues to do that, Kevin's going to have the ability to move anywhere he wants in the court. Tough to do, though. How many women can hit that ball that well? Or men. Hell, it's not a gender thing.
Right.
How many men can hit it that well?
Not many.
No, true. Wow, this is one sitting here can't. It's not that funny.
Two.
I'm just laughing because you were so honest about it.
I resemble that remark.
Nice.
Yeah, look at Scott taking over. Taking over.
In case anyone was wondering, that was a lob attempt.
Yeah. Well,
it was well disguised.
Yeah, beast man standing in the middle of the court. It's tough to get the ball over his head. What is he? 6'2", 6'3"?
I think he's 6'1", as I recall.
All right, come on, sounded better if he's taller, but that's all right.
He stands taller, but his wingspan is
huge. And
it's longer than he is tall.
But and in addition to that, some people when they get elongated wingspans, they struggle with balls at the extent of their wingspan. He doesn't. He hits the ball as well from extended position as one close.
I think he does some crazy exercises with his toes or something because he's able to really go forward.
Do you think he wants everybody to know that?
Oh, was that supposed to be a secret, Brian?
Well, I don't know. I didn't say it.
He's doing toe lifts in the car on the way to the court.
Let's just forget I ever said that.
God, Kris, nice job, Kris.
Oh.
Wow, able to fight that off. Again.
That's so unbelievable.
Those hands are unreal. Finally hit him. I think that's what it was going to take.
Yeah, so again, Kris is starting to warm up a little bit now.
She is. She's getting more of her balls over, and she's having a little more control with it.
And she's keeping it down. She's hitting it hard. And she knows she's not going to win the point outright, but Kevin's going to loom large in the middle because he's going to step every time she bangs. He's going to step in the middle.
2-2-1.
They've also been doing better at isolating Lisa a little bit and making her hit more balls.
Which is tough to do.
Next up, we have a men's doubles skill 8.0 plus. Jeff Donovan and Guy Haskell.
Oh, she's tying her shoelace. She was looking down like I thought she was going to my foot off the line.
Does she have to ask that permission because her hand is up? Is that a start of a serve motion?
Because of the time issue.
Once he calls the score, she's got 10 seconds to serve.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, she hit a backhand. Haven't seen a whole lot. A one-handed backhand.
Did you get called on a time violation today for a serve, Brian?
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was probably thinking of rodeo or fishing or something.
That must have been it.
Not the first time. I got wrong-sided. I mean, it's just too difficult. I need to get one of my kids to come in and tell me which side of the court to go on. Kevin's trying to get in the court.
Ooh, good idea, but
he took
too long.
Kevin took a big chance there.
Yeah.
He left the court wide open, but he's probably going to have to do that. He's probably going to have to take some chances at this point to get back in this.
2-2-2.
Well, it worked out for him.
Sure did. Look at that ball. That's so perfect.
A lot of times that net cord would mess somebody up. Not
Yeah,
Scott Moore.
No, he's
not that time.
He's on balance. He's there ready to swing.
Lisa's had a couple real nice hits these last couple points to just kind of kill the ball. Like just drop it right in that kitchen, take a lot of the tempo off of it.
Right. Right. That's, yeah. Kevin is definitely going to have to help Kris at this point. And they both know that. I'm not saying anything they're not thinking as well. God, what a ball. Kris takes that ball, hits it a foot or 2 inches over the net down the line.
Making Scott run
Right.
As far as he has to run with their stacking.
You're going to hit the forehand.
Oh, she was going for that one.
Yeah, so she's trying to hit a foot window over there, you know, and I've seen her hit that foot window many, many times.
3-3-2.
But it was her form on that one that got her messed up.
Her form. Huh. Nice ball.
Oh.
That same opportunity, right, where Moore's kind of cheating over and a chance for Booth to take advantage and shipped it.
So you're looking at that. Scott's got a ball, and Kevin's thinking that ball is going to come waist level or something. Well, Scott doesn't hit it waist level. He hits it up around your eyes, around your chest, and it's a very effective play because now you got to lift your paddle up to get above the ball to hit it down. It's very difficult. These guys are getting very good at hitting that ball.
But not only that, all of a sudden it's up high, you know, up at your shoulder. You're excited.
Right.
You're like, oh, I'm going to put this thing away.
Yeah. So Kris has gone down the line a bunch of times, and in matches past, I've seen her, you know, affect Scott because she goes down the line so well. He's sitting on it. He's sitting down the line more on that ball than anything right now. So he's not being fooled right now.
Well, no, but she's caused that by going to him so much.
Sure. Look at that. Another good Lisa Naumu third ball. Just
Oh, that was a good
Just
let.
long, yeah.
perfect example. Ball Kevin just hit. He rolled the ball up around, you know, eye level or higher. It's tough to get up and hit that ball. So you folks out there, it's not necessarily how hard you hit it. It's where that ball's located in that position, how quick you can put what we call put it on them. Nice ball. Nice ball, yeah, Kevin.
So good of Kevin to jump in on that ball.
He's going to have to. You know, Kris at this point is thinking about keeping the ball in, but Kevin's going to have to take over. Ooh, that would.
Bit of a surprise with that error.
Yeah.
4-4-2, correct?
Yep.
4-4-2. That's pretty close. Yeah, you can't give him that ball.
That's like candy to Scott Moore.
Oh, that high volley, that shoulder height volley is just amazing how well he hits it. They're great hands.
4-4-1 here, Naumu serving.
Oh, Scott rolled or hit a little no pace dink. I didn't see him do that a lot. Of course, it gave Kevin time to roll over there and hit the ball in the middle.
Yeah, we'll see if he does it anymore.
Yeah.
It certainly wasn't effective.
Good point. Well, he does so well drive it like that.
Yep.
Just takes it so early.
Starting to impose himself a little bit just by
takes it so early.
taking an extra ball, you know, jumping in the middle. Everyone knows he's so large when he's up there.
This question is,
Split him. Great hit there by Booth for the side out, and I don't think we've had a pair in this second game that's had larger than 1 point lead.
right.
But just about as many timeouts, I think, as the first game. It's just all the points before were won by
Good depth
the
on
team of Scott Moore and Kris Anderson.
Wow. Good depth.
They're starting to feel some pressure, perhaps. Like my prediction could.
No, don't give up yet. Come on.
You're right. It's never over in pickleball until it's over.
Hey, I'm glad for him. You know, I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm glad for him. I'd like to see it go 3 sets. I'd like to go 3 sets and then let's play the 15-point tiebreaker.
I'd like it
I'm
to
good.
go to 3 games because they're not called sets. when
Oh, is that
playing
right? That's
you know.
tennis.
Yeah.
Jeez. It's like they're not rackets either, are they?
That's true. True story.
That's a great volley.
Yeah. Is that just one of those where there's not much else that Kris can do in that situation, or is that a miss hit?
So Kris had a ball that was very deep. It was very difficult for her to control it. And so when it's up like that, it's going to be very difficult for her to do anything. The only thing she can do from back there is maybe take pace off or try to, hit a ball with pace and keep it down. Well, that's all great. It's all fine and dandy, but it's dictated by a return or to her first, which, how deep is it? When I teach, I talk about this all the time. Depth on the serve, depth on the return. It's huge. That's a great get. That's another great get.
Job.
Oh,
she missed.
Out.
Little bit of luck there for Kevin. I'll say this, though, also. Kris was a foot or so inside the baseline. And Scott hit a really great ball because it was right to her feet. But he hits a pretty heavy ball, too.
Oh, there's no doubt.
So the fact that she didn't catch it in the middle of the paddle,
right.
She certainly didn't get her sweet spot. That's not going to help matters. But because the ball, it came deeper, I'm sure, than she was expecting it to.
Sure.
And it's got that oomph behind it.
Oomph?
So it might,
Oomph.
That's a technical term. You might not understand.
It might not have made its way to Florida yet, but.
Well, so I agree with you. So we look at what Lisa could have done differently. I think Scott dictated the point by hitting the ball so hard and so deep that it's going to make it almost impossible for her to control the point. You watch these matches and you say, the person that wins a pickleball match is the person that controls the ball the best, does the best job controlling the ball, keeping the guy out of the middle.
Yep.
Well, Moore just hit a ball that was, like you said, it was right on the baseline, skidding, it was deep, doesn't have a lot of top spin or underspin, it's heavy, and you're going to say, well, Kris did. Well, it's just a tough ball to hit. He hit a great ball.
Yeah, and really the error was not the ball that she missed. It was the one that set it up.
Don't disagree.
So 5-5 here in game number 2.
Now, did Moore and Lisa call timeout?
They did.
I think they did.
Yes.
I think they did. So was it 5-5-2? Was that what we said?
I don't recall which service it is.
Let me see which one. I think it might.
Let's see what our certified ref has to say.
5-5-1. And so Scott probably felt like momentum changing a little bit there. Now they got the serve back. Kevin's in the middle of the court. Nice ball.
Those were really good blocks by Lisa.
Absolutely.
Because they were definitely attacking her.
Well, both balls were I look at a descending ball. Kevin can hit the ball as well as anybody, but the ball's descending and it's landing short, which makes it very difficult for him to be offensive off of it. Nice ball by Kris.
Did you see Scott Moore hit that two-handed?
That was a Chrissy Everett backhand.
He does not do that a
My
lot.
old partner, Phil Bagley. Remember Phil Bagley?
Yes,
How she was.
Phil.
Yeah.
I bet he's watching the live stream.
He used to hit. Yeah, I'm sure. He used to hit two-handed backhands a lot. I miss Phil Bagley.
Right. So that's one thing for Phil Bagley to do it, but for Scott Moore to do it, who does not normally take a swinging two-handed backhand volley.
I missed what's going on.
Dane, what's going on here?
So I think that we had a fault of some form because a while ago, because Moore right now is just talking to the official. He said, I asked to wait, and the official sounded like he was saying that he needed to time that differently in terms of when the score was announced, I think. I'm not positive. But either way, it's the first lead of the match right now for Anderson and Booth.
I missed it. Yeah, that's so Booth's going to Naumu. Oh, nice ball.
Very nice. Wow.
Oh, God, look at her hitting it. This is a big point right here. This is huge. Yeah.
You could feel the tension for a bit there.
I was nervous. I think I was like 3 inches above my seat. No, that's a great point. And they're both doing a great job getting it down. What was 8-5? 8-5-2.
Oh, I had 7. My fault.
Nice ball. God, look at Scott. Look at she got it back. Wow. Wow. Kris is stepping up, and so is Kevin. They're both playing a lot better. 9-5-2.
Well, you start getting some confidence, so you get a few points and then take the lead.
So is there, look at that ball. God, what a great. Have you seen, Alex, any momentum swings as a result of the wind? So the wind's blowing, and so they're obviously winning the second game with the wind blowing in their face.
Correct.
Let's see if that has anything. Nice. Again,
it seems like after that, second point, where Kris hit the one down the line that Scott let go, thinking it was going to go long, and it didn't by any stretch of the imagination.
Right.
It seems like everyone's gotten used to the wind since then.
Right. Kevin's trying to get in that
So
middle.
no, to answer your question.
God, it's a tough
That was
ball. You know, Kevin's another one. We talk about the ability of Scott to hit a ball extended.
Right.
Kevin can do it as well. He has the ability to be extended and at full extension and hit a ball where he wants to go. That time he went behind Scott. I mean, that's a great shot.
Right. They were looking for it down the middle.
Sure.
Would be my belief.
6-9-2. Back-to-back points here for Naumu and Moore.
So, do you call a timeout if you're Kevin? And I mean, do you call one out? 7-9-2. Okay. 7-9.
Oof.
Wow. Wow.
A lot of awkward stretching. And
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't know if they were all just off a beat. Things just didn't go where they thought they were going, but everyone seemed a little odd on
Yeah,
that.
both sides.
Chris and Kevin
Right.
should have called a timeout before that point. And now it's tight. Now it's real tight.
So why don't you do that now?
Well, I mean, they obviously felt like it wasn't something that they couldn't overcome. Look at that, great shot.
Good hands.
Yep. Down the line again. You know what though? Hey, look, the ball Kris Anderson's hit is phenomenal. She's taking a ball that's bouncing, she's leaning back, and she's hitting it 3-4 inches off the ground, and it's going in.
Right.
I mean, folks, that's not easy to do at any level.
And yet she's done it so many times, she
Right.
makes it look easy.
Right. Was that a?
They still don't know where they're supposed to be.
Nor I. 10-8-1. Pretty big point here.
Game point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Game number 2, game
That was
point.
a great serve.
Deep. I was
so
just going to
nice
say
and
the same
deep.
thing. Good call, Alex. That's it. It was definitely a deep serve.
Boy, maybe. And, I mean, you heard Kevin. That ball that Kris hit maybe would have been long.
Maybe. Yeah, I agree.
I thought he yelled out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't
Okay.
think maybe. I
Certainly.
think
Okay.
it would have
Okay.
Looking at his facial expression, he thought it was out. Oh, God, great ball. Yeah, it's so good, guys. Oh, she
been.
went
There
down
we
the
go.
line.
Splitting it.
So let me get this right.
Here it comes.
Oh, wait. Cut to commercial. Okay. Let him go because it doesn't happen that often.
You sound like my wife.
You know she and I are pretty tight.
I know you are. Oh, man.
Okay, go ahead. What are you gonna share here?
They got another set.
We got nothing to say?
So, yeah, you know me. There's never a
I
time I
do.
don't have anything to say. I think that Kris played a lot better getting the ball down that set,
Yep.
and Kevin did a much better job controlling the middle. So, hindsight 2020, when I'm thinking in my mind about what happened, I think Kevin had the ability to control the middle of the court more than Scott did that set.
Because he was given the opportunity.
Oh, no.
I think
It's two people agreed.
It seems like Kris, she either warmed up a little more,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
she got in her groove. She
Yeah,
started feeling confident.
Yeah.
When you're confident, you can start hitting a lot more balls.
No doubt.
That the way you want to hit them.
Yep.
And that, so she's hitting better balls. That creates a weaker response, and now Kevin can jump
And
in
get in the-
there and
absolutely.
do
Yeah.
his job, which is get in the middle and start taking these balls.
So your point's a good one. The reason that Kevin had the ability to go in and control the middle is because Kris did a better job of getting the ball down. And
Right.
Yeah, I agreed.
Which, if you ask me, that's
It is.
that's how mixed doubles goes.
It is. And
The girl's got to do a good job
Yep.
in order to let the guy,
Yep.
hit.
Yep. And watch
a few of the winners.
watch the youngsters even more. The youngsters are even longer and faster, and
Exactly.
they have the ability to roll balls below the net and get them in the court and inside out balls and
and get them all back too.
Absolutely.
And that match will be coming up a little bit later. We'll have
really?
that gold match here tonight. Game number 3 underway in our senior mixed doubles, and that one just wouldn't crawl over side out.
It's nice.
All right, so Kevin takes his sunglasses off.
I'm seeing
Interesting.
some of the comments that are coming in. Tony just made a comment that was very nice about our commentary. So
Tony, do we have a last name
What's
on
the last name, John? Jamani. Tony Jamani. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. Great ball.
Oh,
Great ball.
to get that one off the net, that was not an easy ball.
No.
And you know what? You make your opponents hit one more ball, sometimes good things can happen if, they have the opportunity then to hit it out, hit it in the net, somehow flub it.
Scott's taking that ball so early. So folks looking at this, Scott's hitting a serve, it's deep, and he's getting what I would call a mid-court return, and he's coming in, he's taking it early, meaning this, it's not a descending ball. He's not waiting for the ball to come up, hit an apex, and start coming down. He's taking it on the rise. So he's taking it right after, and bam, he's taking it right after it bounces, which takes time away from your opponents. It's letting him get in the middle and be more offensive.
Yep, very astute analysis.
I was going to use that word, astute.
We're just... You just love it when I agree with you. It's so good. Oh, Keith Chapman says hi to us.
Hey, Keith Chapman.
Keith.
Good man. Keith's a good man. Wish you were here, Keith.
Well, that's where the teammate comes in, huh? Because you could see Lisa Naumu was getting ready to crank that one, and a big
she actually did really good to pull off of that, because sometimes once you're already in motion and it's juicy like that, you want to do it.
Juicy. I like it.
It's the opposite of oomph.
Oomph. Yeah, nice boy. Nice boy.
Oh my.
Whoa.
Out.
So
whose ball do you think that was?
100% Scott's.
Thank you.
100% Scott's. It's not Lisa. And by the way, yeah, because he's been big in that. And so playing mixed doubles, interesting enough, you look at that guy that's big in the middle is huge. But when he decides not to be offensive in that middle, then things like that happen.
Right. And not only that, it's his forehand.
Agreed.
And the ball
was
crossing and going towards his
So
self.
What you're saying is the ball's outside their shoulders, meaning Lisa's got to watch it down the line, right? Because it's outside her shoulder, and then they take and they hold it and they roll it in the middle,
right?
Which means that middle guy's got to come over and get it.
Exactly.
Service was called out. So side out, service going over to Naumu and Moore.
So I wonder if Fred Leibowitz is out there and Scott Atkins. Are you guys out there? If you are, please put some comments in so we can see that you guys are out there. There's some softball friends of mine from the villages, and I like to call
That's
them.
what we need. Let's start talking softball now.
I was going to say, I think we've talked fishing, we've talked rodeo, we've talked football.
But we haven't talked hunting. Hunting's coming up pretty soon, but yeah, so.
You'd think this match was not very interesting or something.
It can't get any better.
That's why we should talk about it.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, we're on our third ball for this match.
Yeah.
Really? And you've not seen one replaced in the whole tournament. Now you're on 3.
Well, I have seen one, but I haven't seen 3 in one match.
This one looks newer. Not going to be a good...
It's kind of acting a little bit newer, maybe, perhaps.
It looks, it might be a little heavier.
Look at that.
What do you mean by it's acting newer? What do you see in the ball that makes you feel like it's acting newer?
I think it's got a tiny bit more pop to it.
Okay.
So as they sit out in the sun, as they get a little more wear to them, they slow down, especially with the heat. So they slow down. So this ball looks like it's a little. Look at Kevin Booth back there
trying to work it
exactly.
in.
He's trying to rub it up. So which I would be doing the same thing. So it's moving a little faster, which means it's going to be a little tougher to get the ball down.
I like them moving fast.
Do you?
I do.
Great, Lisa. Great ball, Lisa.
Oh.
All right, that ball's called out. The lines person says his view was blocked.
So what they do? They called it out?
Correct. Scott and Lisa called it out. And correctly, the referee in that spot has the worst view of whether the ball was in or out.
Agreed. Can't see a gap because of where he is in relation to the ball on the line.
That's right. So for him to say, I couldn't see it, is 100% accurate.
And
why the lines judge couldn't see it, I don't know.
Well, I mean, with this glare and things like that, I've had plenty of those. Which,
could be.
You know.
And, he's looking all the way down the line, the net cord, the bottom, the black part, not the white part.
Right.
That could have been blocking where it bounced.
And, you talk about calling lines. Technically, it's not like a tennis ball.
Not at all.
Pickleball doesn't compress.
Correct.
So a pickleball, the bottom of the pickleball might be, a 1/16 of an inch or some little minuscule point.
Right, yes.
And if that little point hits outside that line, then you could call that out. But it's tough to see that, especially if you're looking above the ball.
Yeah. Really, it doesn't even have to be like in that whole kitchen area. That entire line that the referee is standing on, he's got one of the worst views of that line of anybody.
Agreed.
So they're actually going to call the tournament director over here to consult with the officials around what the call should be. No one saw it. No linesman had any call on it, and so.
So what? But somebody. Well, okay, if nobody saw it, then it would be in my mind.
And I think that was what Scott was saying.
No, well,
no, Scott's calling it out.
Right.
Oh, he was calling it
so
out.
see, that's
Okay.
a whole different animal.
Okay.
So
Wait,
Scott's,
right? Don't we have?
Yeah, Scott was on that side. Yes.
Yeah.
So we're saying Scott made
and
the call
Lisa,
that was out.
yeah.
Okay.
Right. The linesman didn't see it. The umpire could not overrule it.
Right.
So they're going to call in the tournament director and try to get a different view,
Yeah.
which I can't see how they would, to be honest with you.
Well,
I don't either, because
If Scott,
the only people that saw it were the 4 players.
right. But here's the deal. Yeah, that's a great point. With a line judge though, without the line judge seeing it, and Scott calling
If all
it,
of the line judges say, I didn't see it,
Yep.
I don't think that qualifies as making the ball in, because they
Or
didn't
out.
see it. Or out. Right? What if they all blinked at the same time and nobody saw the ball
Yeah.
bounce?
Yeah.
Does that make it in?
Yeah.
No, I don't think. Is
Yeah.
there an actual rule that's covering this? I'm not a certified ref.
nor
Well, that's why
I.
we have you guys.
No.
You guys were supposed to be like the
We're sp-
analysts,
yeah.
right?
Well,
You're supposed to.
That's why
way to
I'm
look
saying,
make us look bad.
That's why
Alex.
I'm saying the players get to make the call, and I think it reverts back to if it was an unrefereed match. It's
Right.
not the players that hit the ball; it's the players
Right.
receiving
So
the
I
ball.
think the point that you're making there is if it's an unrefereed match and Scott calls it out, then guess what? It's out.
Correct.
But it is a refereed match.
But
you
the
have
referee
a
can't make a call
But you
on
had a linesman too.
Who didn't see it?
I got that.
Where are
So
you
I guess
heading?
where I'm going is I don't know what the call's going to be.
Well, there's Kyle Klein, our tournament director. They brought Marcia out.
knows. I guarantee she knows.
Marcia's the bomb as far as referees go.
She's the bomb as far as everything goes.
That is a very valid point. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, was somebody filming?
we've got
Oh,
rules.
No,
what about on
no.
the court? What on the line? Yeah.
Video does not know.
Bill.
Video is specifically not to be used. Video and spectators are not to be used for line calls.
Wow, you're
were gonna make a
acting like you
difference.
know it all. Yeah, we're
Good grief, I hope I'm right.
In that case, let's not even show the replay.
for you folks out there. Alex seems that she knows what's going on right now. We'll find
There
out.
is
Of
a
course,
chance I
this
may
is
have
gonna
made my
be-
first mistake of the year.
Well, and it's going to be on the far side, so it might be tough for
Yes.
us to see.
Oh, except for that line call in our match against you, Brian.
That's all right. We're good.
I still thought it was out.
Di- Oh, see, that's on the far side, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's on the far side.
Yeah.
What'd you want?
Yell at Marcia.
Well,
That was so. We think what they were doing was going replay or to look at it, but it was on the far side of the court, which you couldn't tell if it hit within a country mile or not.
trying to
So-
get their attention. I'd love an explanation.
How's my armpit smell there, Brian?
Just the same way it did when we played.
We're trying.
We're gonna ask Marcia for ruling here.
Yeah, we
I
are.
love it. I love it. This is what should happen. Awesome.
Jennifer Lucor giving us the update
Yes.
on Marcia Frieso's activities. Whoop, whoop. Jennifer says, whoop, whoop to all of you.
Marcia's going, I'm not going in there.
She goes, I'm not talking on tape. Come on, live feed, Marcia. Everyone
come
wants
give
to
us
know.
a ruling, Marcia. Oh, yeah, give her a headset. That's awesome. You've done this before, haven't you?
Dane is offering his headset to Marcia Frieso so we
Marcia,
can get the
us
official ruling.
Give us an explanation. Oh, what happened?
6-3.
All right, we're going to get an update, and we'll get an official call. We're back rolling here.
We're going to let Marcia do it. Go ahead, Marcia.
When no one on the officiating team can make the call, the ball is considered in. However, the players, if they all agree, there can be a replay.
So we replayed it because I'm sure they didn't all agree.
Oh, no, because they all have to agree to replay. Is that what you said?
They all have to agree for there to be a replay.
So they all had to
Otherwise-
agree it was out?
So
No, they all have to agree to a replay.
Oh,
Otherwise, the
I
ball
see.
is going to be called in.
And so, did we replay the point?
We did not. Right, yeah. No,
so the ball was called in.
They
and
granted
play
a point.
commenced.
They did. They granted.
Yeah. And then we had a fault, and then we just had so it's been 3 straight points now for Anderson and Booth. And they've got a 4-3-2 lead.
Wow.
Wow.
Listen, maybe when we're done, you guys can pull me aside and explain this to me. Kris. Oh.
Sinus care helps open the airways so you can breathe better.
All right, Scott was on fire at that point. He was not going to lose it.
He was that.
Xylitol, keep your mouth open. Stop by for free samples.
3-5-1. Good deep return. Great third ball by Lisa.
So neither of you guys have experienced that before. I mean, as a player,
No, that was crazy action, I think.
how would you come off that as a player? Because it was 4 straight points by Anderson and Booth. How would you kind of regather?
I can guarantee you not all 4 of them were happy. I'll guarantee you that. I don't know the answer to anything else you've asked me, but I'll guarantee you they're not all happy. Nor would I be. 5-5-1. That's pretty close, isn't it?
Yeah. Game number 3.
Oh.
Well, so I think they just picked up those 3 points that
Timeout. Good timeout.
Boy, talk about a couple runs, huh?
Yeah.
right.
4 from
Back to
Anderson and
back.
Booth, and 3 from Naumu and Moore.
Points are getting high pressure now.
It's opening up a little
Absolutely.
bit, right? I mean, the early part of these games, it was a lot of side outs, and we're not seeing that right now.
Absolutely.
Emotions are starting to run a little higher.
So, Alex, explain to me what happens
Uh-oh.
now.
Here it
This is a
comes.
softball.
Okay.
Explain to me what happens now if Moore and Lisa win this game.
Well, then they have won
It's a setup.
the 2 out of 3
Correct.
gold medal match.
Correct.
But because they're coming from the losers bracket, they will be playing a
You s-
game to 15, which sounds an awful lot like something I thought might happen.
That was a good call. No, I don't know. We'll see. Listen, there's a lot left of this match in this set.
There really
it's
is.
not a set,
And it's a game.
Yeah, in this game, because there's going to be some. There's going to be some nerves. Well, there's going to be some nerves. Oh,
6-5-1.
6-5-1. Nice serve.
Oh, dear me.
There's going to be some nerves. And we're all susceptible to that.
Make sure to check out Travel Tech at the Pickleball Central. There's a new era of pickleball.
That was big.
Way to let that go. That was big.
That was big.
Side out, back over with Anderson and Booth. It'll be Kevin.
Oh, what a serve. Bouncing off the line over there.
Yep. Oh.
Look at that.
So we've talked about how much Kris has gone behind Scott,
Yep,
right?
right.
Guess what? She just won that point in the middle, where he's been a beast.
Yeah.
Why?
Because she's forcing him to stay on his
That's
side
exactly
over
right.
by his line.
That's exactly right. Because of all those times she's hit the ball down the line.
And that drop was really unbelievable.
Yep.
That was well done.
Yep. Thank you.
Especially for someone who drives that ball so often.
Yep. What's the score, Dane?
7-6-1.
7-6-1. Oh, you can't get that ball up. Not to him.
So Kevin and Kris right now are thinking, let's
Great
just
ball.
win this in 3 and we can get off the court with
Oh.
our gold medals.
No doubt. And-
So you play a little bit differently, don't you think, with a little bit of that mindset as opposed to Scott and Lisa thinking, all right, come on, let's get this one. We've got another game to go.
Well, without a doubt. How many matches have you seen where the people that came up through the losers bracket won the 2 out of 3 and then struggled in the 15-point game? I mean, it's just. I'd love to have numbers. Go ahead. Let's get the numbers on that. Let's get the crew back there to give me the numbers on what the percentages are. For,
What does the truck have to say?
yeah,
on
what's the truck got to say?
that? Look at this.
Yeah!
Oh, nice job. That was exciting right there.
Kris just did a great job keeping that ball down, hitting it hard. 6-7-2. Kris is taking some pace off that return.
So Scott was awfully close with his toe on the line there.
Yeah, Kris is taking some pace off the return, trying to get the ball deep, or her goal is to get the ball deep. And what's happened is she's not hitting it quite as deep. Scott's stepping in early, taking it on the tee and hitting it, taking pace away, or hitting a lot of pace, which lets him get inside the court.
Oh, way to go behind him.
Yep. So, he had been cheating over.
Yep.
And, well, he's always looking for the one down the middle.
Absolutely.
And you can see him leaning that way. So Kevin did really good to get there.
7-7-1.
7-7-1. Pretty close.
Yeah.
Nice ball. God, nice. Oh, it's over his head.
That doesn't happen much.
Nope.
Wow, set it up beautifully. And
I
just
looked at Brian. I think he was speechless.
Oof. That's a tough ball. That's Kevin. Kevin had what he wanted.
Yep. That's where I call it watching the winner instead of watching the ball.
Oh, that's weird. I've never heard that before. Watching the winner instead of watching the ball.
Right?
Oh, wow. That's a great call by that line judge, because I think they were questioning whether it was in or out. Look.
Does that make sense to you, what I said?
Yeah, it
watching
does.
the winner?
Yeah.
Why don't you explain it?
Well, obviously you're envisioning what you're going to do with the ball instead of being careful and making sure you hit it where you want to hit it.
And you're already, in my mind, looking at where you're going to hit it instead of looking at the ball.
Good point. So it's 7-7-2. Tough. Short.
Game 3 of the Senior Open Mixed Gold Medal match.
That ball's put away.
Yep.
Kevin's had to take some chances in this set and the previous set, and it's paid off. Well,
now he's gotten to stretch his calves a bit.
Achilles tendon.
7-7-1.
Nice serve, good and deep.
Wow.
That was all brought on by the serve. 7-7, and Kevin hits a ball 2 inches from the line with pace. That's a great serve.
Remember, if Kevin and Kris win this, match over.
Match over.
Yes, that's a good ball. Kevin needed to track that.
Absolutely.
And stick with it.
Absolutely.
Get over there and take that ball.
Absolutely.
This was 5-1 for Naumu and Moore. It's been an 8-2 run for Anderson and Booth.
That's a pretty significant run.
Yeah.
That's a great ball.
Oh.
At least went behind Kevin on that one.
Yep.
Another
Lisa stayed calm.
just like that. Get the side out.
So you look and you go, what can happen? Kris hits that ball beyond the shoulder. That's a great ball. Hits the ball outside her shoulders. Let her hit the ball down the line. She stays in the middle. Kevin can poach.
Right.
But once that ball gets outside Lisa's shoulder, allows her to go down the line a lot easier.
Right.
The far shoulder. That's good deep. Good return. Put away.
Oh, what an angle.
Had a couple of those in this third game that Kevin's been able to take advantage of.
Oh, yeah. 7-9-2. Short return. Yeah, I see.
Oh. What do you think of Kevin's decision, Brian, to go over and take that?
That ball that he just
ball.
hit, I think the reason that they've been successful is because he's taken some chances. So, do I say that's a bad move? No, I don't. I think. I mean, God, that ball. 7-all?
9-all.
No,
9-all. 9-all.
Yeah, 9-all.
Wow. Yeah, it's tough.
Of course, because they lost the point, it makes it even a question, right?
Yeah.
Had they gone in and won the point, it'd been like, oh yeah, great move, you should do that.
Great move, yeah.
Hindsight's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Timeout. Kris Anderson, Kevin Booth at 9-9 in game number 3. Reminder, if Naumu and Moore have to win this to force a play to 15, Anderson and Booth, if they win this, they are your gold medal champions here in the senior mixed doubles. Dane Stewart, Brian Staub, and Alex Hamner. Here are the Tournament of Champions, Brigham City, Utah.
Have we talked about the very unique?
You guys were talking about, focus, win game 3, and win the gold medals. I want to say, and not to mention the rings.
Yeah.
Can you guys see the rings? Is this on camera?
No. Well,
Why don't you run out there and run around the court so they can see it?
Look at this. This is the trophy. Big, giant, like a Super Bowl ring.
So I've been...
Weighs about 4 pounds.
I saw the sign over there, and I'd been saying for years, look, guys, the rings that they give you in softball when you win are awesome. And that's what we should give as prizes.
Yeah.
And I've told USAPA, and so when I saw this year, I said, they're giving...
Let's carry this on after this point.
That ring's a little bigger than what I'd put on my finger, though.
that's a bracelet for some.
It's a bracelet. Kevin's getting aggressive. Yeah, so there it is. He stepped out way out there. Was he right in stepping way out there? Yeah. I mean, that's...
Clearly, anytime you win the point, it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Oh, I'm surprised Kevin didn't jump that. Like that. Yeah, it's not going to go by him too many times without him jumping it.
What have we got here, Dane?
We got match point.
Good ball. Good ball.
All right, we still have match point, 10-9-2.
3 places to play, ahead, even, and behind. Toughest place to play is ahead.
10-9-2. 10-9-2.
God, that's a good ball.
There it is.
Wow.
Wow. Well.
That was a great match.
It was a great match.
Who won in 3? Oh, no. You know what? The reason I said that's because I've seen these guys play a bunch, and I knew that Kevin and Lisa had an ability to raise their game a couple levels, and they did.
And they certainly did.
They did.
They did what needed to be done.
Yep.
You guys mentioned that first game didn't look like Anderson and Booth were playing up to the potential. They certainly turned it on in 2 and 3, and
they did.
Great job coming to win that gold medal match. Brian, Alex, thank you so much for joining us. Final thoughts on our gold medal match?
Kevin's not a huge fan. Which is kind of surprising because he did win it.
Yeah, no, that I thought it was a great match. You know, it's kind of like baseball. There's so much behind the scenes that's going on that you see, and the more you understand, the more you know what they're doing. I love to watch it. I love to call it.
I do, and I thought it was great. There's a lot of side outs, a lot of lead changes. You know, a lot of different shots. Not a lot of lobs. The 1 or 2 that did happen. You know, I think one was successful, one wasn't.
Yeah.
Tough.
I thought it was just really well done and really great. And both teams played really quite well.
Really well.
Yeah.
Entertaining match. Stay tuned. We've got our medal ceremony here from John A. Golo Championship Court at the Tournament of Champions coming up next. All right, we've got our medal presentation in the senior mixed doubles here at John A. Golo Medal Court. Tournament of Champions, a Tier 1 USAPA sanctioned event. Want to thank Selkirk for being our presenting sponsor, as well as Paddletech and Pickleball Central gold level sponsors of this tournament. We want to announce our bronze medalist in the senior mixed doubles pro, Jennifer Dawson and Mills Miller. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Over here. I think we're on this side.
Yep. Come on over on this side. You know how this is done. Jennifer's not used to me. So let's do this.
And the silver medalists, Lisa Naumu and Scott Moore.
Hey, wait, look at me. I forgot that the person who normally does this left.
And our gold medalists, Kris Anderson and Kevin Booth. And to go along with first place, Kris and Kevin both receive a pair of Head shoes, the official footwear of the Tournament of Champions. Before you two wander off, congratulations, our gold medal winners in the Senior Mixed Doubles Pro, and we just love, what an epic match that was. Talk about what that battle was like for you guys going up against a fantastic duo. Kris, we'll start with you.
They're always so tough. You know, I play with Lisa. I have so much respect for her game, and Scott's just an incredible player. It was a fun match today in this incredible venue. I love playing here.
Oh yeah, likewise. We were a little cold in that first game. They got us good, and then we started heating up a little bit. Scott kept the pressure on really well, so it was tough. Just glad we squeaked that out when we did.
Talk about, we had a scenario where the linesman didn't see the play. What was that like? We were talking about on the broadcast, and no one had ever quite seen that. What was that like, experiencing that on the court and kind of overcoming that in that third game?
We learned some new rules today.
I think we all did.
Yeah, it was a needed break. Right, we got a 10-minute break, so I was okay with that.
You mentioned playing with your teammate in the women's doubles. What was that like, having to go against her in a gold medal match?
Like I said, I have so much respect for her, and so it's tough. It's tough having to play against your partner.
Well, congratulations. It was a fantastic match, and congratulations on the gold medals. We've got the presentations of the Lanius Cup for Kris Anderson and Kevin Booth.
I guess that's me. Okay, so now we need to guys to get over here.
Anderson and Phillips. Low and Alsop. You guys are going to be on